Hello, this is Cuberized, and welcome to my Let's Play. In the last episode, um, I ended the episode trying to take on that, um, and spectacularly failed a number of times. So I am going to go back to the uppermost level to try to get my last grave. Uh, when I came back and tried to re-equip here, there was a bolt of lightning and thunder, and a bunch of skeletons spawned on skeletal horses. And so it is possible to kill the skeletons and save skeletal horses. So I now have two of them, um, along with my donkeys and llamas. So it's a fun grouping of critters. I did my original pillar up is still there, so I'm just going to follow along with that and try to get back up into that upper level, um, and get my one grave, and then I will teleport home and call this something to be done at a later point. But I've got some useful stuff at that grave, and I want to go ahead and get it. So we're just gonna do this again. And I can even actually use this, so that's handy. Where did I go up here? Good use for cobble. See, this is why you want to not void everything. You never know when you're going to need a little leg up here. Okay. So yes, I'm encountering wither skeletons, and they are quite nasty. I also did bring a pick, so um, I'm going to sort of kind of stick my head in and see if I can see where my grave is before committing to going down. And I vaguely remember that I came in on this side and I worked my way around this way, I think, and then went around the other side. So let's go look over there. And let's not fall off. That would not be a... It's pretty epic up here, though. Because those arches are just dwarfed beneath the size of this thing. Oh, free food. Don't mind if I do. Another reason also to keep food, even if you have, where's the peak? Yeah, even if you have, like I did, an infinite ham, you may need food. And, yeah. So I'm going to, actually I think this is where I said the wall is out this far. So let's take a peek here. Oh, this pickaxe has speed when you break a block. So, oh, I happened to adjust perfectly. Not seeing my grave. There it is. There it is. Okay. Yes. And I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this gives me speed. And now I'm going to try to get down from here. Okay. And got it. And Yes, I'm calling this. Yes, I did home. Yeah, last episode was very, very scary. So, okay. Um, yes, I have my armor on, and I have all my tools and weapons back, and my backpack, and yes. Excellent. Okay, we're not doing that again. At least not anytime soon. Um, we have learned. And after all of the upgrades I did to my mining tool, I was not about to lose it. So, there that is. Um, Now, speaking of which, I do have, I think, this is not being powered at the moment, so I will do that with some of this. So I'll get this going, and yeah, I don't want to burn that necessarily. I do want to put it away somewhere. Alright, so we definitely have blocks. So the other thing to, okay, get that going. So this will charge up this. I'm going to put, let's see, right next to my bed. I will put this, put a bow, put these items, put fish. Yeah, basically this is my emergency. Oh my goodness, I need a little help here. Items. So I'm trying to find. Okay. So, wow. With all that, yeah. So we have our stuff back. Feel a lot better. Got my ham. Alright. And so, yeah, this is going to be the emergency backpack. Minus, I'm going to take that out. We don't really need that. But that will have, in fact, emergency foodstuffs and everything in it. Okay, so, yeah, if death happens again, I can grab that and work with it. So, one of the other things that I wanted to get into was making a mob masher so that I can set up some of the spawners that I do have and get that running so I can end up with blaze rods and ender pearls and anything else I need in mass. So I need a few things for that, and I'm going to take these out of here. Let me put, these actually need to be sorted. So what I want to do is make the thing that's going to do the killing of the mobs is going to be a mob masher. It's this guy. And this takes, it's an investment of iron and diamond and redstone. So you need 2 iron spikes, which is, you know, more iron. So, and I think, did I have, that's copper? No, that's not what I was looking for. That's more copper. No. I have iron here, and I have iron here. Okay. So I need to make 2 iron swords for this, and 3 for each of those. So that's 8 iron swords. So I need sticks. Alright. Alright, there's my 8 iron swords. Then I need, to finish this off, I need 1 block surrounded by 3 swords for each of the spikes. I think I have diamonds in here. Yes. I just need 2. Okay, so this is then... oh, 3. Yes, I can count to 3. 1, 2, 2. Okay, here we go. Alright, so that is the mob masher. Mob grinder. Well, grinder masher, whatever you want to call it. So, the nice thing is that these count as player kills, so I get drops and experience. There is a fire upgrade if you want that. Smite, which has its advantages. Bane of it, depending on what you're going to put in there to be. It depends on what it is you're trying to kill and why. So I'm trying to kill for the drops, but the heads would be nice too. So beheading, the ability to have some level of beheading would be good. So if I'm doing wither skeletons, I can get those heads. That would be helpful. Looting is always useful, and you can either go with... I'm going to go with sharpness because these two aren't necessarily applicable for everything, and sharpness works against everything. So yeah, I'm going to try to put in a little bit of beheading, but definitely as much looting and sharpness as I can get. So to make these, let's start with sharpness. So again, we've got for every one of these you need 4 iron swords. So as long as we have iron, I will always have sticks, but so let's figure out how many of these we want to make. So if I go all the way up to 10, that's 40. I need 1 more here to make an even number, so I can do half as many. Okay, that'll get me 5, and that fills up my inventory, so that's a good thing. We can stop there. And I have some... I'm going to need to make more of these. Alright, so let's keep going with this. These do stack, so that's nice. Okay, so we've got our 5. We've got that. So let's make luck. Luck is lapis, and no, it's not. What is that? Sorry. That's blue dye, which is probably lapis, but it could be flowers. So let's see if I have any blue flowers, because I'd rather use blue flowers than use lapis. And I have some blue flowers. Not sure if this will make... yeah, I think that's light blue and not... yeah, that's light blue. That won't count. That's lavender, which is not going to be blue. It's purple. Okay. So, and even this needs to be... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can use it. Yep. So, this and this. So that gets me 8, so I can get 2 of these without using any lapis. And now if I want to, I can make that one, and these should... yeah, should be able to get 2 more. Okay, so it's just a matter of how many of these do I want. And I think, let's see, Let's do one more so we have 5 of each. Okay, and then we'll do gold helmets and it's funny, beheading needs helmets. Okay, do I have a gold? I have a gold helmet. Yeah, I think I want the enchantment though. I don't mind losing that. But let's see. Doing a quick check to see if I have helmets anywhere else. I may. Iron and gold helmets, that is. Because I have not necessarily cleaned up everything. I have stuff everywhere, which is really why I wanted to move into that building, to give me a little bit more room, and I could build, you know, more power systems and yeah, spread out. There's another option. Not seeing. Oh, there's another one. Oh, oxygen bonus. Yeah, that's. Okay, I don't think I have another gold helmet. So, nope. Okay, I will make one. Let me make some gold. Okay, so oh, it probably doesn't want to because of the helmets. Okay, so gold helmet. I need to pick. I'll pick 2 helmets here, and redstone, and I think it was gold nuggets. Yeah. So that's just a little bit. I mean, it's I can max this stuff out, but yeah, this is good to start. And yeah, let me put that other helmet away. So then next, whoops, nope, that's not where I wanted that. So it's already, yeah, that's full. Huh. Okay. Let's make some more blocks. Okay. The nice thing is when I click here to pull something out of the crafting station, if it's already in this barrel, it just drops right in. So, which is nice. And if not, then you have to put it in your inventory or take it right out of here and drop it. Okay, so this is good. I'm going to need a way to get the experience, and I'm going to need a way to store the experience. So what I can do is, let's try a, no, that might not be it. Maybe it's not vacuum. There, absorption hopper. Okay. So this is part of the mob grinding utils mod, and it vacuums up items and experience, so that's why I was going with vacuum. So what it can do is when the mobs drop items and they drop experience, this will grab a hold of them and put them into the appropriate inventory that we attach it to. So having that, so I need something to put that stuff in. we can use, oh, I moved it, one of the experience. So for experience, we have this thing, the experience holder. We've already made one. It's not that difficult to make, and it can hold a lot of experience. And then if we ever need it, we can pull out from it, or we can add to it easily, like I've been doing with my experience. So, like with the little bit I have, let me go over and I move the experience holder over here, closer to where the enchanting is. So I put it here. If I wanted to save my 8 levels, I just store levels. And there, it's stored in here. It's just that simple. So these things up here are, you can use them when you're having it auto grab experience. So for anything that you want to kind of sort of have automated. So I'm thinking that might be a way to go, is to make one of those. And I still have, yeah. And again, the idea of doing this is so that I can generate my own blaze rods and ender pearls and pretty much other items as well, to get that to happen automatically for me. So yeah, let me just pull one of these out here, and let's make this. I think I have, nope, that's the wrong one. This one. I think I have what I need. Oh, books. Emerald. Emerald is over here. And books are back over here. And this is part of the not having a more advanced storage system. I'm relying on lots of separate chests and things. So I need to deal with that. I love these creepers. They are just so cool with the different blocks that turn. They have different faces. See? They just like those. So we're gonna make that. Blaze gold? I really don't have more blaze gold? Huh. Okay. I will... Oh, let me confirm that I don't have it somewhere. I may have tucked it in a different chest. So let's... Yes, I did. There we go. Alright, so... back to creating this. So we will make one of these. Put these back in here. Put that back in there. Eventually we'll put that where it belongs. And let's get rid of the blocks of gold. Okay, so this should be... I am also going to need some... This is not going to be the best storage, but... oh, personal storage. So, yes. So we get rewarded for making the banks. So let's take that now. And you're getting back some of your resources you used to make them. So that's nice. I mean, it took 8 blocks to make it, and you get 3 back. So that's kind of nice. And then this, I think we inadvertently did something. Oh, we yes, we had a compressed iron enough compressed iron ingots to get the reward. So that was purely accidental, but it happened. Do I have any? let's just stick that in there. I have a couple other books in here. So with personal storage, this is all banks. Banks are this way, tanks are this way, and then you've got the backpacks. So there's that. But this is more what we can do with what we have. This is all AE2 type storage. This is the oh boy, this storage. What are they called? Storage boxes? The drawers? Storage drawers. Functional storage. Yeah, storage drawers. This is assorted ways to contain things, tanks and bins and power, and so this is kind of a mix of different storing different things that aren't items. And yeah, these are the barrels, and then these are the sophisticated storage, I think it's called. Yeah, sophisticated storage. So how you can take a chest or a barrel and upgrade it. So it doesn't really matter here, it just wants the upgrade to be made. So I think we might go that direction. And so let's do sophisticated. And then, so this is sophisticated backpacks, this is the sophisticated storage, and these are the upgrades. So we're going to go basic to copper, a bunch of copper and a redstone torch, which I don't know if I have, but we're going to check. Yes, I've got one somewhere. Here? No. Here. Yes, redstone torch. Okay. So we do this. And all my stuff is in block form. Now we should have it. So we've got that. And we get the reward for that. And then I think it wants us to do copper to iron. So that's not that bad. Just 4 ingots with a redstone. So that is this one here. And then iron to gold. Okay. It should be, that's copper to gold. There's iron to gold. Again, I think I have blocks as opposed to ingots. And then yeah, I think the next one's probably going to be gold to diamond. I don't know if I want to go there, and I'm definitely not doing diamond to netherite because I don't have it. But this will take a lot of diamond. And actually, I probably have it in my bank. Yeah, I do. I've got 36, so we'll go ahead and do it. So gold to diamond. So I'll put this back in my bank and put the bank here. So what we should be able to do is put down this barrel. I'm trying to find a place where it's not touching anything, and of course everything is touching everything. There it is. Alright, and then should be able to do this. Yep, to make it a copper barrel. Oh, and so if you're looking at a regular barrel, it's three rows, 9 across. This is now 5 rows, 9 across. And then if we make it iron, now it's 6 rows and 9 across. Gold, 4, 6, 8, 9 by 9. And and this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 by 9, 12 by 9. So pretty significant, and plus you can have you can put upgrades on it as well. So another thing to do is if you know you're going to be not necessarily getting unique items. So if you're doing things like spiders and skeletons and Enderman and that type of thing and Blaze, they're going to be dropping certain items. Now, if you start getting spawners from dungeons where the mobs are wearing armor and carrying weapons, then that can change things a bit. But you can put stack upgrades even in a smaller chest or barrel. You can put like a stack upgrade, which is this one here. And again, it's an investment, but it would allow you to expand how many items. So instead of having 64 items in a slot, you hold 96. And you put the next upgrade on, and it goes up to, you know, up again how many can fit in one slot. So there's advantages there, and you can take a lower level and upgrade it. So if you have a copper level stack upgrade, you can upgrade it for less iron. So it's always, when you're doing upgrades, if you can get to copper first, copper tends to be more abundant. So use that, take advantage of it, and then go to iron. But yeah, you can go all the way up, I think nether, yeah, where you're using netherite blocks. Yeah, we're not there yet. But we need to get there. So, which means going back to the nether. So let's, yeah, do I need anything else? Oh, I need this back. That's going to be my storage. Okay. All right, so I'm going to sleep through the night and put this, see if I can, actually, I have arrows in there. Let me get that arrows out. Okay. Yeah, almost. There we go. It's emptied. All right, I'm going to sleep through the night, and then we'll go find a spot to make our mob spawner. Okay. So kind of what I'm looking for is an easy way to get to the spawners, which I'm going to mount on the ceiling. And actually, if I can have it kind of underneath my base, that might actually be advantageous because I would be triggering the spawners to spawn while I'm around the base, doing things like sorting through inventory and doing all those other sorts of things. I'm gonna take this. Yeah. Yeah, I'll fill that in with something. Oh, yep. Okay, so I think this is about, yep, there's the peak of my roof. So I'm right over a giant hole. Not the greatest location, but I can definitely dig in here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is just kind of go in here and go underneath my base. And yeah. And this is where my mining tool will be of big help. So let me get that little guy out. And I can also, so if you crouch and right click, you can see the upgrades. Um, did I? I thought I put my other upgrades on this. Did I not? Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it right this second. I will figure that out when I go back. But so definitely go 3 by 3 and there, just like that. It just goes right through. Um, and then I can, figure out exactly how big I want it and how high up I need to go. So, I think I'm going to go this way just because I want that. Okay. And then, let's see. Now, if I'm sophisticated about this, I can make an entrance back here that comes right up into my base. I think I'm not going to do that though. And I want to make sure I can have space to have a few things here. So I'm going to go back and make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to make it like a 9 by 9. And that's what the distance does, is it actually allows me to yeah, it didn't really want to do that. Okay, well, as I said, I will get some filler stone here. To fill that in, because, who doesn't want free ore here? So, definitely will take that. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do this quickly, hopefully, and get it set up and test it out. And then, so having a space above me where I can get to the spawners would be helpful, so I can switch them out whenever I want to. So I am going to try to go... I can either go up or down, and actually, since I've made holes in the floor, I think I may end up going down. And then I can make this level up here where I can access. Okay, one more. I need a certain level of height to have the mobs drop off the spawners and still be able to get to the spawners. So I need like 2 spaces to be able to get to them. Yeah, I may go down another one. But I don't want to be too far down, because I want them to trigger when I'm kind of over them. So I want it to be as close to the surface as possible. And yeah, I'm going to have way too much fun mining this out. All right, so I think, let me see how far I am from the top. I think I'm going to go up like another 3 up. This is kind of see what feels right. I wish I could say I have exact dimensions for this. Okay. All right, and I will get this. Yep. So when one corner, which will probably be in the front here, will be set up with the barrel that we've created, and the mob masher. And then oh, I'm gonna need I just figured something else I'm gonna need is I'm gonna need some fans to move the mobs. I'm going to need a way to force the mobs. So the spawners are going to be up here. They're going to drop down. I'm going to need a way to force the mobs forward and into either corner. And given that I have a hole here, I'll probably force them into this corner so I can get access to it. And then from there, yeah, force them into this corner. And this is where the mob masher would be. So ideally, this thing is going to be right about, yeah, maybe right about here. And so the mobs will come forward, and I'll have a fan over here pushing them this way, and they'll hit this, and they will not have a good time. And then, yeah, I can put these in here. And yeah, it needs a redstone signal to turn it on, so I need a lever, which I also do not have, and which I will get. And I hope that's going to be close enough so that I can be at my base and still trigger the mobs. And we'll try it out, obviously, to make sure that things are in the right spot. Love the double jump. And I may have an entrance here to get to the spawners themselves, so that shh, so that I can go and change them out. So yeah, so we need a lever, and we need some fans. So let's see, fan. Not the decorative kind, although that is very cool. Ah, this is the kind we need. Mob fan. Again, mob grinding utilities. So, at least, I'm at least going to need two. One to push forward and one to push sideways. Because that's the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, you'd have opposing forces trying to push from one side to the other. So, yeah, this will work. Do I have any of these? Probably. Oh, I might. I have one. And I don't have any. No, I don't have any. Okay, we'll just make more. Not a problem. Let me close the door. It's nighttime. So let's cook up some, I don't think I can. Just because I will need it. Do that. And since I'm here, let's see what I have down. Oh, let's see what I have here. Okay. So I have, yeah. Let's make some iron. Since I'm here. Okay, then I don't think I have a lever. Lever. No, don't. So I will get some cobble and sticks. And I think actually I may need, might need more than one. So I'm going to grab 3. I will need some, I could probably do it with redstone. Oh, you know what I can do it with? I think it's called wire? Yes, red ally wire. Jumbo smelting. Okay. Well, yes, that would be handy. I haven't done jumbo smelting yet. Although jumbo smelting is cool. Okay, furnaces. Where are my furnaces? I have a few. Okay, well, that's actually a cool thing we can do. Let's make, since we have cobble, and I have cobbled deep slate, which will also work. I think this still works. Yes. Going to make a stack of furnaces. So let's put all the rest of this back in here. So how this guy works is you need to make this yeah, so okay, it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. I really don't have a way to get at it though once I make it. I don't have an open access wall, really. I might back here. Okay, let's go put it back there. Alright, so with this thing, and it's easier for me to kind of show than to explain. In fact, if I'm smart about this, let me put it down one level. Okay, so you take 27 furnaces and you make a cube with them. So it's 3 levels of 9. Okay, so I've done my 9 by 9. So then it converts into something that looks a little bit different. So now it has these faces. So I'm going to come back inside. And the reason it's such a large thing, I can't really put it in here, but I can make it so that I can get at it over here. So what you can do is, so let me get that block that I pulled out that was stone. Let me grab this one. Put that back in my wall. Okay, so this thing can smelt multiple items in one go through. And what you can do to make it faster, better, is to actually smelt furnaces in the furnace to give it these enhancements. So it'll make a block that looks like this, and that's what you put here to give it more stuff. Uh, And here, let me just show you with some coal. So I'm going to take, let's see, take 8 pieces of coal. So if I take 8 pieces of coal and put that in here, this is where the fuel is with this symbol, and I take, say, this cobblestone and these furnaces and run them through. Now if you watch, it's processing, and it used up 1 piece of coal, and I'm getting 1 stone. So let me take that out and have it do these. So you see this jumbo furnace block? So now I've put the block in, and not sure what it's doing or why it's not doing. So, okay, so I'm going to put the cobblestone back in, and now it says ×2. So now it should be able to do 2. There you go. It's got 2. As opposed to just doing 1 at a time, now it's doing 2 at a time. So I'm going to take that out, put that in. And why are you not? Doing more furnaces. Oh, I don't have enough. Because you need 27 furnaces. Okay. To make each one of these blocks, you still need 27 furnaces. And so I need a lot more cobble to make more furnaces. Actually, let me do it out of the other kind of... Let me do it out of that. Because I can make a bunch. So the end goal here for this is, I'm going to put these furnaces in, is so it's going to take 27 at a time. Let me get that out of there. 27 at a time, and make each one into a block. So that's why so much of it disappeared. So now I've got 3 of these, and so when it has the opportunity, it will make 3 at a time. So now I can put the cobble back in, and it will give me, now it'll do 6, 7, because you get 1 plus however many however many of these blocks you've put in. So it'll do 7 at a time. And of course I've now run out of cobble. Let me put some more cobble in there so we can watch this. There. Okay. So it should, next time it should take 7, and this should be down to 50. And, oh, it was already smelting some. Some was already in the, there. This seems like it's only doing 4. So I'm not sure what's up, because it should be doing more. Okay. Well, that's how it's supposed to work, is, yeah. And you can fill this up with all kinds of things you want to smelt. So it doesn't have to all be cobblestone. You can, I mean, put anything you want in here, any dust or anything else, and fill this up with fuel and walk away. And it will continue to do its thing. So in that respect, it's like having 9 of these. And it actually moves a little bit faster. So you don't have to have 9 furnaces. You just throw everything into one and it'll process through. So that's kind of handy as well. Okay, so with all of that, it's also a great way to get rid of cobble is you can just take it all and make it into these furnaces, which is a great way to utilize a lot of that. And then of course it'll get upgraded. You up, you know, I'm going to burn through, I mean, I had thousands of these and I'm going to burn through them all to make this wonderful, you know, tool. And let me take that too. And then okay, so I'm down to, after all those thousands of pieces, I've got 7 left. Combined, there's no more regular cobble. And deep slate I have 7 pieces. So that's a lot that I've gone through. We're going to put all of these in here. Did I get them all? Yes, I think I did. And let's... don't think I have any more of the... no, I don't. Okay. I'm not sure if I can put blocks in, but we'll see. Yes, you can. And there, it just like, boom, it's done. There's... why is it? Oh, this is the stone that's left over from before it had stopped midway. So, yeah. So that's the thing. I wouldn't recommend doing that because then you have the waste of this. Do I have... yes, I do. Let's make some... I think I can do this. Nope. Here? Yeah, so it can make charcoal. So we're going to utilize the rest of this to make some charcoal. And actually I can make it with this too. So if it gets to something it can't do anything with, like the furnaces it can't do anything with, it'll jump over. And now we're doing 13 because we've got 12 furnaces plus the base of 1. So, and it'll use up whatever it needs to use up to do that. So it will stop halfway, and then when you give it fuel, it'll continue. In fact, I will do, and then we can do that. And then it only takes what it needs. And there we go. So it's making itself into coal 13 at a time. So it just went from 13 to 26. That's a very neat multi-block. Yeah, and put it outside so it's readily accessible. So with all that being said, I was trying to make stone, which I did, so I could make the fans. These. Yep. So I need 2. I think 2. So if you want to see what else is in here, you can do mob and see what's, if you spell mob correctly, you can see what's in here. Another So this is where the spikes come in, and the absorption hopper, and the mob masher, the fan, all the upgrades. So the fan, we're going to probably need upgrades, and I'll measure to figure out exactly how many once I figure out where I'm going to place them, because we want to make sure that we get it it doesn't side to side and pushing outwards, it doesn't have a big range. So we're going to need to modify that. So we have height, we have width, and we have distance it's going to push out. So we're going to need to add some of those. And I need to make sure that I don't have the space too wide or too deep, because you have a limit of how many you can put here. So you can only have 3 of these. You can't have, you know, 47. And you can only have 10 of these. So there's a limit to the size that you're going to have before you have to turn around and make a whole nother structure that has a new mob masher. So if you're going to have more than one spawner, you need to kind of think about size issues. And again, I just dug a hole. I need to actually go and measure what needs to happen. The other thing you probably want is this ender inhibitor. This one here, you get to turn it on, but it prevents anything from teleporting. So if an ender gets blown around and thrown into a masher, it's going to want to teleport away. So you can have this and activate it and keep it on to prevent that from happening. So that's another very positive thing to do. I don't know what that's going to take. I think you have to, there it is. So I have ender, you're going to need blaze, and I think I still have blaze powder. I do, and I have one last ender pearl. So let's go ahead and, yeah, let's make that. And then, dust I think I have, don't I? Okay, let's just look here. Yeah, I've got it. I just need one piece. So, and with the cardboard boxes, the ability to pick up a spawner is very useful. And then you can bring it back and you can set this up. All right, so I think at this point we're kind of at the end. So I hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Yeah, I have all the modifications in here. Okay. I will clean up the space a little bit down here as far as filling in the blocks, and I won't put the spawners in, but I will try to get things set up and measured so I've got the right space, and then I'll share that with you at the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of my Craftoria Let's Play. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. I do read and reply. So I'd love to hear from you. If you did enjoy the episode, please give it a like. It really helps me out. And to be alerted to more content, please subscribe, and you will find out about new tips and tricks and new items in my Let's Play. So I would appreciate it if you did that as well. This is Cuberized signing off, and I hope you have a great one. Take care. See you next time.